Good morning, good evening. My name is Diego Martinez, and I'm here in the ring with Alexis Martinez. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Alexis, can you explain what we're getting into now?
Yeah, well, today, I'm gonna explain my presentation. Why is there a lack of resources towards healthcare?
Now, Alexis, can you give me a brief summary about addiction?
Yeah, of course. Well, you see, addiction is a problem that affects a lot of people. However, the only way to manage that problem is to have access to healthcare and, get educated professionals to help you. But, however, that's not exactly the case. There's a lot of people who don't have access to healthcare, and that's why I'm looking into it.
So, Alexis, what is the motivation behind doing your presentation?
Well, the motivation for me is it's kind of personal, but it's like my brother, when I was growing up, he struggled a lot with addiction, and because of that, I didn't really get to spend too much time with him, and it was unfortunate. And I have people who they aren't necessarily my friends, but I'm cool with them, and they've struggled and they have continued to struggle with drug addiction, and that was another reason why I looked into it.
I'm really sorry to hear about that, about your brother. But would you mind me asking, how is your brother doing today?
Well, my brother's good now. He went through, he went to rehab, he got clean, and now, he's just living his life. He's working as a ambulance actually.
What about your friends? How are they doing?
It's a little complicated because I haven't really spoken to them that much. But I mean, from the few times I have, they said that they're doing good. But anybody can say whatever.
Well, I hope for good luck for them. I hope they get all the help support. But good luck to them. Are there certain places that addiction is common?
Well, the reality is like the most common places is the South Side and the West Side of Chicago, but it happens everywhere in Illinois. There's a lot of statistics that show that it goes up every year.
Wait, so you said there are 4 reasons why there's barriers. What are the barriers?
Well, you see, 3 to 10 days can be around 1,000 to 1,500. 30 days is about 6,000. But then if you decide to take it further and go 60 to 90 days, that could be from $12,000 to $60,000.
Welcome back. Now you're probably wondering, why is he at a different place? Well, because my office blew up. That's what happened. Alright? So, back to the question. Alexis, what about the drugs themselves?
What should be in the drugs?
Like, are they easy to get? And if so, does it always lead to death?
Well, you see, it's actually pretty common, unfortunately. In fact, a lot of the deaths are caused due to drugs, and the statistics show that it's gone up every year. And a pretty good reason for that is because drugs are actually very easy to get, as most sell for only about like 100 to like 150 at most.
Themselves, aren't they allowed to stay there?
Well, it's a lot more complicated because you see, the Affordable Care Act was made and passed to help give people financial help in terms of addiction and alcoholics. But there was a catch, and that was the fact that you can't have no more than 16 beds. And even the biggest program only has like 48. And so what ends up happening is a lot of the addicts and alcoholics who were there for a long time, they eventually get kicked back out to the streets in order to make room for new ones. And, it sucks, but that's actually what happened.
Alexis, what about the addicts themselves? What are their signs?
Okay, well, some of the most common signs are people using, substances to help them forget about the problems or relax. They spend a lot of time figuring how to get them. Sometimes they might steal or sell things to get them. They can feel really sick when they're trying to quit. And it also leads to their emotions being different because it leads to them developing problems with their family or their friends. And they also do worse in school because a lot of these signs they're most common with teen addicts, but these are also some that you can find in adult addicts as well.
Alexis, what are the main barriers?
Well, from everything that I've done, all the research, I would say the main barriers are mainly because of money, but also you see, in terms of all the research I've done, it's mainly based on money and the addicts' own mental thoughts because they aren't really aware of how it affects them. That's why.
How is that the answer to my question?
Well, because, think about it. Chicago has been known as a place for drug shipments, right? And most of the time, when addicts get these drugs, they're not concerned about how it's going to affect them in the future. They're not concerned with affecting them right now. They're merely just concerned about how they feel.
Alexis, Did you ever talk to somebody about your presentation?
I did, yeah. I did like a short interview with Miss Nunzio. She's a gym and a health teacher, and the reason why I went to her is because I feel like she got like a level of depth in terms of addiction and all that.
Oh, I see. What did you ask her?
Well, I asked her 5 different questions, and she gave me responses to all of them. But to keep it short, she mainly feels that there has been enough income coming in to be used for clinics, business specialists, and just in general anything for addicts. Because she also feels that a lot of people who struggle with mental health are being treated more like criminals, and that just the topic of mental health itself is being treated like a crime, and that society it needs to be more right to them. And it needs to treat them exactly how they're supposed to be treated.
Alexis, so now, after doing all of this research, what did you take away from this?
What I took away from it is it's kind of sad almost, because it's like it made me realize that this world is mainly about money. And even though it seems like no duh, it's like everything that you need from health benefits, healthcare, everything, it needs money. And it's really sad, especially because these addicts, most of them don't have healthcare, let alone any money. So it's like, how do you expect them to get better if they don't have that?
Alright, then. That's true statement. Period. Alright, before we end it here, is there anything you would like to say?
Yeah, there was 3 other presentations that were done by Diego Martinez, Omar Garcia, and Santiago Chavez. I think they were really well done presentations that you definitely should look out for.
Hit that subscribe button.